y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready. 10, touchdown.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Oh, good move. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Let's go, defense.
On second down, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's right, baby. Check 59.
On second and 12, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Complete. Richardson has it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First down, a run with Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 43-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Check 3. Go. Hey. Mike 51. You better bring it.
Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Here we go.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. That's caught. It's Malone. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Haskins. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 99. Check 99. Hatchet. Kill.
To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scott Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We got this.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 13.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Flushed it, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Any weapon.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Screen play, Johnson. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From midfield now, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Rotate. Switch. Deuce. Out. You gon' take. You got take.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go now. Check. 60 out low. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Watch out.
Let it roll. Kill. Wall.
On 2nd down, Love. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Keep playing hard.
The game of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's get it. Off. Now, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 59.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Open man there is Malone. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go. 3. Check 3.
a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check hot route. Hot. Let's go. Come on. Hayward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the edge. Ready, go. Check 25. Check. Crunch. Short. Check.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Check, ready. Wild Bill.
Haskins back to the air. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Pick it up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try again with Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll He'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down. It's Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
57. Mike, 57. What's the run? They're running it.
Check 50. Check 50.
Again, it's Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Set.
Now Brissett on 4th down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky. Echo. On the ball.
2nd down, Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Washington Redskins first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Kill. Turn up. Will. Turn up. Check.
On first down, here's Love. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Love. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't got nothing. Under 10. Check it out, Reed.
Johnson. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson, 36 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Important extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Got it. 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Squeeze, double. Tight end right. 40.
Now Brissett. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Brissett. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Brissett looks to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
You ain't doing nothing today. You know. There we go, Mike 20. Here we go. Hey, Mike 20. It's our time.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.